Let's connect the Performance Mixer MKII to its expanders. The expanders I'm using are the Channels MKII, Returns, and the DB25 MKII. Note that the installation of the Direct Outs module is the same as the DB25 MKII, however, it does not require power. We'll also cover connecting 2 or more Channels MKII modules toward the end of the video. First, arrange the modules you have face up on a flat surface. Be sure that neither you or the surface are statically charged. Once the modules are in the order you prefer, flip them over and reverse their order. We need to reverse the order of the modules so when they are right side up, the connections all line up correctly. Each expander module will come with the necessary cables for connection. Additional cables of different lengths are available on our website. We'll focus on connecting the modules to each other first and then power, as this will make installation much cleaner and easier. To connect the Returns expander, find the smaller 8-pin header on the back of the Performance Mixer MKII. Connect this with the red stripe on the cable toward the white indicator on the PCB. The header is shrouded and the cables are keyed to prevent incorrect installation. If you need a longer cable than the one provided, they are available on our site. You can also connect a Returns module to a Channels expander using the exact same method, connecting the Returns module into the Returns header on the back of the Channels expander. However, the module I have is an older Rev prototype and does not have a Returns header. We are still waiting for the boards to get here for the final release version, so for now, we can use our imagination. For the Channels expander, there are 2 header locations on the mixer as well as on the expander itself. These can be used to put one module on either side of the mixer or to connect 2 Channels expanders, one on each side. Choose the header that is best for your arrangement and connect the included cable from the Channels expander to the header on the mixer labeled Channels EXP. For the DB25 and the Direct Out modules, there are 2 necessary connections via 2 ribbon cables. You'll notice there are 4 headers on the back of the PM MKII labeled Outs with pre and post labels directly under the headers. This is for selecting pre or post fader outputs. They can be used simultaneously if you have 2 output expanders. First, connect the cable to the header on the mixer labeled 1 through 4 over to the header on the DB25 labeled 1 through 8. Then connect the second cable from the header labeled 5 through 8 on the mixer over to the header on the DB25 labeled 9 through 16. As the outputs are stereo, they are labeled by the channel number on the mixer and the discrete output they represent on the expander. Now that we have all the modules hooked up to each other, we'll gently spin the arrangement 180 degrees so the modules are still face down, but the labels on the PCBs are read upside down. Put your case above the modules with an empty space big enough for the entire arrangement. Connect power to the mixer and each expander module that needs it. Note that the Returns and Direct Outs modules are passive and don't need to be connected to power, while Channels and DB25 MKII both require power. After connecting to power, flip each module over while inserting it into the case. Be mindful that all cables stay connected and don't get in the way of your installation. Finally, screw the modules into the case and get patching. To connect 2 or more Channels expanders to the PM MKII, first decide where you want them to live in the rack and pay attention to if the expanders are going to be chained to each other. The end/middle switch is a necessary setting for proper operation. If only using one Channels expander, set the switch to end. If using 2 Channels expanders, by connecting both to an individual header on the back of the mixer, then set both modules switches to end. If you are chaining 2 or more Channels expanders together, then set the switch on the module at the end of the chain to end, and the rest of the modules switches to middle. I hope this helps with connecting the Performance Mixer MKII to its expanders. Happy patching!